What's going on, you guys? I'm here with another day of me not smoking, and I think I need to be a little more specific. Not me not smoking, this is me just trying to become sober in general. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to give a couple more updates, my opinions on some of the stuff I'm seeing people say in the comments, and a little more background info so people don't misconstrue this as an attempt of anything else. I'm just simply trying to not smoke as much marijuana. But I also think I have a little bit of insight on other stuff as y'all are doing for me. I think I might have some insight that can help other people on the way of doing this. So I mean that's another intention I have with this, just to get some of the stuff out in the world, because I think a lot of people that do this and actually succeed either like kind of just don't give a fuck about it enough to make like videos. Like nobody really wants to detail their videos on like their journey, because everybody's attempt at doing this is just very personal. You can like give people all the advice you want, but nothing's always going to work the same for everybody. By the way, I apologize if the green screen in the background is really shitty looking. I couldn't get the lighting to work, and I just decided to leave my half-ass setup because I feel like that's kind of a good metaphor for how your life ends up when you just become a stoner and never get past the phase of being a video gaming stoner. And let me elaborate on that more, because I definitely want to roast myself a little bit in this video and just give myself something to look back on and be like, damn, like you have the awareness of what you don't want to be, yet why can't you get away from it? Like what's holding you back, right? Let me just go on. If y'all can't tell, by the way, I'm on an edible right now, okay? So I'm getting ahead of myself here. When I made the first video of me, the day one of me trying to quit smoking, I never gave really like a frame of reference on how much I consumed at the time of me wanting to quit versus what I was doing when I failed. And I gotta say, thank you guys again for just some of the stuff y'all said in the comments on the second video I made. I know it's like not in the order of actual days because I've kind of done this in gaps of time. But still, man, I'm not about to cry again on the microphone or on camera, but I came in like when I cracked and like failed and had gotten more weed again before even like really reading. Like I had everything set up for me to, as druggies do, you have your fucking lifestyle set up for you to get your shit, and I had it all arranged for me to get more stuff before even like seeing the positive feedback of the comments, and that just made me feel like shit, right? That's why I had to make the second video, because I was like, oh my fucking god, bro, like I failed and these people were right. Like it was like the first day I made it, some days passed, and just people made comments like before I even saw them, and they were just right, like people predicted. Nobody was like plotting on my downfall or that type of shit, but it was just like like I remember the one comment that really got me. It was someone was like, it's been a couple days, no post, he probably failed. But I want to explain like my awareness of the failure and my plan to learn from the mistakes of the failure. And honestly, I can't do that without a little bit of you guys, because you guys gave me some insight on stuff too, and I gotta say, damn, like my faith for humanity is a little bit restored. This is like the first time where I've seen, for me, like, now don't get me wrong, I have very little friends. Maybe it's because I'm a piece of shit and I pushed everybody away from me because of my own constrictive lifestyle. But anyways, there's just being online and like, I've always had that like, oh, connections aren't really real online mentality. But at the same time, I know it's like real people are out there and watching this. I know you're all real, like maybe there's some AI bots now in the mix. Who knows? Some AI bot trying to learn how to quit smoking weed. But the support is crazy. People were saying stuff. I'm gonna do another segment at the end of this where I go and read comments again. I have to do that because it's like, I don't know if it's because I'm just like a negative person overall, and I'm just usually depressed and I kind of expect the worst. Even though I don't want to, it's like I'm just naturally depressed. I had like an expectation of everybody being like, damn, you fucking suck, like you are fucking terrible. But nah, I'm gonna show. I mean, if you left comments, you already know. If you're someone like just jumping in on this, let me show you how, like, even with like such a negative frame of mind, people still be so overwhelmingly supportive. And it's like, damn, I wish, this sounds sad, but I wish I had more of that, like, from the people just actually in my real life, like, growing up. But either way, it don't, like, the past don't matter. It's like, y'all are supporting me now, and I'm trying to take it and like take that in a way, like, I'm trying to weaponize y'all positivity myself. Like, I'm trying to weaponize it against myself and be like, look at this. Like, people want to see, like, you're not the only one that wants to see you do better. Like, people want to see people do better. Look, for me, like, I'm not trying to like blame everything but myself as a human, right? But it's like, for so long, this is the problem that I have with it, is it's like, for so long, marijuana, what it really was for me, was a way to, I used to say it's a way to cope, for me to cope with my problems, because I was always, I used to be prescribed medication, and I never liked taking medication, so I always kind of self-diagnosed with weed. But realistically, what was happening was I was actually just using it to avoid so much different things in my life that I was just scared of. And I'm talking like literally any little fear you could think of, like the fear of rejection. And now, please don't think like I've always been this way. It's not like I've always had weed in my life. But I've started picking up weed at the age of 14. I'm 27 now. So it's like more than half of my life, my brain has been trained to just live the lifestyle of what it's like to have weed, and just everything around your life is doing a bunch of this shit just to get weed. Now, I want to talk about something real quick before I get further into that, because I notice people drawing comparisons in the comments, and I just want to let you all know, I used to be addicted to nicotine too. This is something completely different. I'm not going to go on a tangent of like how I quit nicotine and how I'm free of nicotine, but I used to smoke that shit for fucking 10 years, and I could tell you this, it is vastly different than, like, it is vastly different from, like, the substance itself is vastly different than what you're dealing with nicotine. But I sadly am, like, since I've been free from nicotine and, like, I no longer have that shit in my head, or just clouding my judgments, I've sadly, like, gone from being a stoner who is a huge advocate of weed to starting to notice some comparisons. And once again, like I said this in the first video, I kind of watched weed as a kid. Like, I grew up seeing it be this like illegal, kind of cool thing of like, oh, it's illegal, but should it be, kind of thing. And then I used to support it being a medicine, because my mom used to be on pills, and I would always argue with my mom, like, mom, like, one day you're gonna have to need this medicinally, and it's gonna save you from being trapped with all these fucking pills. And I was kind of right. Like, sadly, that's kind of the truth. That's a different argument for another day. But like, regardless, like, I used to be pro weed, like the most pro weed person ever, and I could see it now. Like, I still see the pros and the cons of it, but the one thing I will hate is when there's people that are like, it's just weed, like, it is just weed, relax. Like, no offense to you, but you are the person that was just like me, that was gullible enough to start doing something because a bunch of other people were cool, they looked cool to you and were doing it and made it seem like it was the greatest thing in the world. Like genuinely, if you can sit there and say, oh, like, weed, it's just weed, like, there is nothing even bad about weed, it's a medicine, then you need to go read up any kind of article that Gemini can pull up for you, or just any book in the past, or just find anybody who has been a stoner for years that won't fucking lie to you. Like, someone that won't fucking lie to sell you something, or to just sell you their beliefs on them thinking it's a good thing because they still use it. It's like the equivalent of like a fucking like someone who's like an adrenaline junkie getting injured all the time and being like, it's not that bad, I love it. It's like, so are you gonna start jumping off of shit and injuring yourself for the good feel? It's okay, whatever. See, I think I grew up like right in the target audience of just having weed portrayed as kind of like a cool thing more than it is an illegal drug. And now I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh wow, like weed is like a huge fucking like controversial drug and it's making people out in this. It's not like no fentanyl shit, you know. And that's where I'll say, like, the people are definitely right in the comments where they're more like, hey, like, it's not the weed, this isn't exactly what people said, but I know the message that people are trying to get out, and it's like, I'm not good at getting it out myself. There's the idea of weed is only bad if you are using it incorrectly, and it's like, here's what I think about that belief though, right? That's like, believe me, everybody that's saying that in the comments, believe me, I get it. It's all based on how you use it and improper use. But that's the thing, is everybody likes to think that they're the master of using it. And it's like, who do you, like, I don't think people really listened to the first thing, but I was trying to mention, it's like, yeah, there is guidelines. Like, there's literally government guidelines on how to consume it, but nobody's actually just gonna do that. And that's the problem with it, is it makes you feel like, yeah, cool, you feel like you have self-control, but it's just the same way where it's like, oh, the serving size on a bag of chips, sometimes you might be like, let me help myself to an extra bag of or an extra chip, you know, like, are you really following the direct serving size of a fucking chip bag? No, you probably haven't even read it in years. Anyways, there's that thought of like, oh, it could be bad or good depending on how you use it. And yeah, that's why I'm getting to the point of realizing, like, the drug had control over me. And it's like, when you're under the influence of the drug and you have no sober brain, how can you be the one to tell yourself, I'm using it responsibly? And it's like, I used to have this debate with my friend too, funny enough. And the one simple thing I would tell him, because he would always tell me, like, oh, I'd be okay without weed. Like, I could function without it. And I have that mentality too, a little bit. Like, you know, it's like trying to amp yourself up to be like, oh, I'm not addicted, I don't need it. And then it's like, how do you know if you haven't actually gone without it? That's the point I'm at. Where it's like, how do you know if you're truly addicted to something, or if you're truly reliant or in control of something, until you try to deliberately remove it? And when you deliberately go to remove it, if it's more difficult to remove than you anticipated, then you might be addicted. And look, I want to clear this up. Too, because there's a lot of debate on, like, what is an addiction. Sadly, it's sad. And I think people need to clarify, or I want to clarify for people, when I say I'm addicted to weed, I don't mean like I'm selling myself on the streets for weed, or like once I have it, I'm fucking fiending and like stabbing people, or just people like to jump to the most craziest forms. Now, like, there really is no withdrawal for weed, and I know because I've quit. Like, the biggest withdrawal thing I've dealt with from weed ever is just sweating, like sweating profusely. But it's so different from nicotine when you get, like, irritable. Honestly, the nicotine withdrawal is not even that strong either. It's just while you're on nicotine, it, again, creates the illusion. Like, it's like while you're on a substance, your brain will never be able to see the substance for what it really is or what it's doing to you. But look, every time I've gone a long period of sober, like, of being sober, and even if I came back into getting high again, still, like, those periods, like, you know what, this is to the people that are like, oh, it's just weed, and you're right, it's just weed, so why do you need it? Like, if it's just weed, then why do you feel like it's something that is so grandiose to your life, and, like, it's so hard to go without it? And that's like something I gotta tell myself too, is it's like, is it really hard to go without weed, or is this just like an illusion, a brainwashing that is kind of made up by other stoners? And I don't think, like, with cigarettes, I feel like, or nicotine, the illusion is that it's hard to quit, right? Like, for all the people that are, like, still smoking and addicted to nicotine, the illusion that they've created for themselves is that it's so hard to quit, you know? It's like the biggest task ever. with weed, I feel like the illusion that the stoners have created is that they don't want to quit. Like that there is no desire to quit because it's just, it's the perfect plant and it's the best medicine in the world. And I really wish I can have my ex-friend Ian here for y'all to just to see him lash out against me in my opinions on this and then like, reveal his opinions, because it's like there's really people out there that believe that weed has zero backlash and that it's just the purest fucking plant ever. Like it's going to cure all your ailments. And it sounds exactly like all the like magic elixir bullshit that anybody sells. Like if you really look at weed, it sounds like every fucking other thing. Like, oh, trouble sleeping? Try BetterHelp therapy and talk about it. Or like, I don't fucking know. Look, I'm getting a little ranty now, so I've got to end this. Once again, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I just want to get sober. To let you know where I'm at now, though, look, like I used to be consuming dab carts every weekend. I'm not joking. Every Friday, re-up on a gram dab cart. Sometimes 2 half-gram different dab carts, whatever it was. I had a system of just pretending to be in control of it when really it's just me being unable to function without it. When I made the first video, I switched. I completely went cold turkey. I literally went out on the street and smashed my little battery, my fucking Cresco battery. Same thing as a nicotine vape. Like, what's the difference between that? Anyways. I think a little bit of what I became, like, addicted to, again, because I used to also vape and cigarette, is purely, like, the fixation of having something to suck up in my mouth, like the holding the button and sucking. It's the same thing with the weed vapes. Just a different substance inside of the tube or inside of the cotton. So what I did after when I made the last video, I was smoking weed, like the actual plant itself, and now I'm out of that again, and I just have gummies. I just have the edibles. Now, once again, I'm not trying to advocate it. So for all the people who were like, bro, like it's not like a one day thing of quitting, like thank you. Because, like, I felt, like, kind of shit about me, like, making the video of, like, oh, I'm quitting. And then it's like, well, I failed, and now I'm kind of weaning off of it. And it's like, I feel like a drug head. Like, I feel like, goddamn, it's like, I still have it in me. But thank you, people, for, like, being real about it. Because I feel like it really is easy to just be hard on yourself on this shit. And just, like, everything you do wrong is, like, making you more in the corner. Like, the walls are, like, closing in. Even though, like, people want to say, it's just weed. Like, okay. But yeah. That's, like, my plan recently has been just have the gummies. I don't know where they are. I would show you so y'all y'all don't think I'm lying. Here, wait. I'll show you. I'm not even gonna edit this. I have them in here. My cat treats. I have one more of these. One more of these left, and it's a 10 mil. Like, they're the weakest ones I can get because I'm trying to just. Sadly, the thing is I'm used to using it to cope with going to sleep, and with my current environment where I live, I'm gonna be honest. I'm jobless. I live with my girlfriend. I'm fucking poor as fuck. My girlfriend is my enabler. I've had a job, like, while living here and shit, but throughout me living in my current home, it's impossible for me to fucking sleep. And if I try to go to sleep, like, I'm just trying to simplify it. It ain't that big of a deal. It ain't the purpose of these videos, but, like, just know that it's not a good place to try to sleep without, like, other people making too much fucking noise, or just, for me, I'm sensitive to noise, so it's like, I need a quiet environment for me to be able to sleep without, like, people blasting fucking audio from anything. Anyways, sadly, like, my girlfriend even noticed, like, when I was trying to stop, like, I couldn't sleep again. I really couldn't sleep again. And it's a difference between having more energy and, like, doing something productive with the energy, and then just being awake and depressed and lulling. But to be real, that was just the first couple days. So let me know, people, like, is that what happens? Is that the like, exiting, the weed exiting my system? And then do I just gotta, like, make it past that and just keep going and be okay? It really didn't feel bad, like, other than I never got like a headache. Like I got a couple day headache when I quit nicotine, but it's like barely there. It's mostly just you stressing about it being there. But with weed, I all I really got was like the sweats, and it's just uncomfortable. So it's like I feel like it's even easier to quit weed than it is to quit nicotine. Please let me know, people out there. But please also be respectful to each other in the comments. Like once again, this isn't meant to just shame anybody or to start a battle of stoners versus sobers or ex-stoners versus fucking stoners. Just it's everybody's. You know what? Y'all are gonna have your own opinion anyways. I can't control what y'all say, but at the end, we are all just humans with opinions on this, and I hope that we're all just able to make better decisions for ourselves and stay safe, and then give the love that we are able to give ourselves to other people. That's all I have to say for this one. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching this and supporting me being fucking random and trying to be sober and having my brain go back to the full energy ADHD mode that it is normally when I'm not drugged down. Hey, you guys, my bad. I almost forgot to check out some of your comments that you left. Here we go. So this is what I was talking about. I made day 7 of me trying to quit weed. You guys were right. Let's see. I just want to read some of the comments on this because you guys genuinely helped me through this shit. Okay. Many people underestimate how much the altered state becomes identified as the self. Here, wait. This might be like what I was talking about. Many people underestimate how much the altered state becomes identified as the self, to such a degree that the person can feel like they aren't themselves when taking breaks or trying to quit. See, and that's like, okay, this is what I was kind of trying to talk about, where it's like, how do you know you're able to be yourself, or if you are your true self, until you let it go? And I like what he's saying. That's kind of like part of it. Like, you don't really understand how much of you think yourself is the altered state. Like, you have that altered state from being high, and you start to think that that's yourself, but it's not yourself. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. That's 5 hours ago today. Okay, that's a new one. This is the one I was remembering. It's Schreier. Don't say you have failed. The path to sobriety is not a linear one for 99.9% of people. You will have setbacks, many times probably, but as long as you continue and try to get sober, you have not failed. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your words of wisdom, my friend. Thank you, person. Thank you, anybody who has commented on this. Here's this person. I was also addicted. So we have Momo J. I was also addicted for 3 years and finally quit for a good month. I finally quit for good a month ago. After multiple attempts, I used a 2-stage method. Stage 1, reducing the weight you smoke. Check. Without reducing the smoke sessions. Oh. See that? I kind of failed. Well, just today I've been failing that. For example, if you smoke a 0.5 gram joint 3 times per day, you should reduce the joints to 0.4 grams for the first week. Second week should be 0.3, third week 0.2 grams. See, I'm kind of doing that, but instead I changed forms. Like I went to like a weaker form of it. I used to rely on weed to go to sleep every night, like many other stoners, including myself, as I've said in the whole video. So this stage was necessary. At this stage, you should first reduce your nighttime smoking until you get to 0.1 gram per night. Then you can switch to sleep medication if needed. I used diphenhydramine and melatonin. After that, you can start slowly reducing your usage of sleep medication until you can sleep without any help needed. After all that, I'm 100% clean and will never go back. It's not worth it. Good luck. Thank you. See, like, my thing is I feel like I don't need that many. That's the thing. Like, I feel like definitely cutting back on it, but I don't think I need to have it calculated in stages like that. Like, I think it's just like, just let it go. That's kind of my mentality on it when I know I failed, but it's like my mentality is going to be like, yes, wean off of it, like what you're saying. So I guess you're right. But also, like, my plan is to just let it go. Like, just one day, just let it go. And just realize, like, I'm better without it. I quit vaping this time last year. That's a different topic. As long as you try, bro, you can always try again. Clean for 19 days. Shit is hard, bro. Was blazing for 6 years straight before this. There is no failure. There is only try again, man. Agreed. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, that's like the comments on this one so far, but still, I mean, you can see I really thought people were just gonna be like, "Wow, you fucking failure! You are a piece of shit! You fucking druggie!" Uh, but yeah, thank you everybody for watching this. I know I have like a mixed opinion on weed and everything, and I think that's okay, right? Peace, everybody.